today you have got a lesson not only with Mrs. Webster, but also with
Mabel.
And we are going to do a little game with some shapes. Now, we have done this so many times before at school. You are going to be brilliant at this. Let's have a look at what shapes I've got in my basket. Let's see if Mabel, I don't know how good Mabel is at shapes because she's only in nursery and you're in reception. Let's have a look at our first shape. How many sides does it have, Mabel?
4.
Ooh, and it has how many corners?
4.
So do you know what shape it is?
Square.
Did you know it was a square? You can shout them out as well. Ooh, this one doesn't have any corners at all. How many sides does it have, Mabel?
None.
Actually, it has one, doesn't it, boys and girls? And it goes all the way round, and it is a
circle.
Good girl. Ah, here's another shape. This one's got some sides. How many sides does this have, Mabel?
3.
And how many corners does it have?
3.
So it must be a
triangle.
Good girl. Now, I don't have any rectangles at home, so I've had to use a piece of Numicon. But that's okay, because it is a rectangle. How many sides does a rectangle have, Mabel?
It looks a bit like a square.
Mm.
It doesn't look like a square, but it has the same size as square. 4.
That's right, it has 4 sides, just like a square, but 2 of them are long and 2 of them are
short.
Good girl. Right, let's try it. Now they're going to get a bit harder, just to warn you. Okay, how about this one? Looks a bit like an egg. Does anybody know what it's called? It's got no corners and one side that goes all the way round, a bit like a circle, but it's not a circle. Do you know what it's called?
Oval.
I was not expecting you to know that. Did you know it was an oval? Well done, Mabel. Let's try another tricky one. This one has 2 sides. One is straight and one is curved. It's not quite a circle though. It's kind of like half a circle. Do you know what it's called?
A semicircle.
How did you know that? Did you? I bet you knew that too, didn't you? A semicircle. There's 4 to go. Now there's another one in here with 4 sides, but it's not a square and it's not a rectangle. Do you know what it is, Mabel? Oops. Oh.
Diamond.
Yes, it is a diamond. It's a diamond, boys and girls. It looks a bit like a kite flying in the sky, doesn't it? 3 left. These are the tricky ones. Now this one, let's count its sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to give you a clue. It looks a bit like a tent. A tent. What rhymes with tent? Does pent rhyme with tent? Pent. So maybe it's a pentagon. Well done, Mabel. You've got to remember the 5-sided shape is a pentagon. 2 to go. Let's count these sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 sides. Listen to the sound in the middle at the end of 6. 6. One of the shapes has the sound x in the middle. Which one is it? X. Hexagon. Hexagon has x in the middle, and it helps us remember that the 6 sides is a hexagon. 1 to go. Let's count how many sides it has. 1. Oh, well, look, can I count so the boys and girls can count with us?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 sides, like an octopus. And we talked about this in school so many times, the octonauts, because there's 8 octonauts. So if it's a bit like an octopus and the octonauts, it must be an
octagon.
Well done, it's an octagon. An octagon. Now I'm going to put all those shapes back in my basket and we are going to have a little game with a Venn diagram. A Venn diagram. You can do this with me. So you need to get 2 ropes or 2 pieces of string or 2 big circles. Mabel chose these earlier. And you need to lay them out in front of you. in 2 big circles. Do you remember when we do this at school? We do it with the big yellow circles that always get tangled up and we can't untangle them. Do you know the ones I mean? Those plastic ones. They're a real pest. So I'm going to make one circle here. Thank you, Mabel. Oh, it's a bit big, darling. I'm going to do it in half. And one circle here. And we're going to have a go at putting our shapes into sets. Okay. So this is one set. This is another set. Let's name our sets. In our first set, we are going to put any shapes with straight sides. Straight sides. And in our second set, we're going to put shapes with curved sides. Curved sides. Let's have a look through the basket. Mabel, does a triangle have straight or curved sides? Are they curvy or are they straight? Good, so put it in the straight set. Good girl. A circle, does a circle have straight or curved sides? Curved, so it's going to go in the curved section. Let's keep going. Let's try a rectangle. Are the edges straight or curved? Good girl, so it can go in your set. Aha, a pentagon. Maybe are the edges straight or curved? Straight. Oh, it can go in your set. Good job. Here's my oval. Now, are the sides of an oval straight or curved? Oh, I get that one. Let's try a square. Are the sides straight or curved, Mabel?
Straight.
You get that one. Let's try our hexagon with 6 sides. Mabel, does my hexagon have straight or curved sides?
Straight.
It's yours again. Oh, you get most of these. Okay, octagon, 8 sides. Does my octagon have straight or curved sides?
Straight.
Oh, another one for Mabel. I reckon the next one will be mine. A diamond. Does a diamond have straight or curved sides?
Straight.
No, not another one. Oh, this is not fair. Mabel's getting way more than me. Let's try the last one. It's our semicircle. Mabel, does the semicircle have straight or curved sides?
One straight and one curved.
Oh, who's going to get it?
Both.
Oh, boys and girls, we've done this at school before. What do we need to do to our sets so that me and Mabel can share the semicircle? We need to overlap them and create a third set in the middle that can have straight shapes and curved shapes. Could you put it in the third set? Thank you, Mabel. Good job. Mabel and I have sorted our shapes into...
You had two.
Into 2 sets, into the shapes that have straight sides and into the shapes that have curved sides. And we had to create an overlap. We had to create a third set in the middle for the semicircle. Now, what I'd like you to do at home is you might have done that with us. You might have been joining in at the same time, creating your own sets at home. But if you were just sitting and relaxing and watching, I'd like you to go and do it now. I'd like you to create 2 sets with 2 skipping ropes or pieces of wool, or you might have 2 hula hoops that you could use. And I'd like you to sort your shapes into a straight set, a curved set, and maybe a crossover, a shared set, a third set in between. An overlap, thank you. Maybe you could also try to sort your shapes into some other sets. Maybe you could think about how many sides they have. So maybe you could sort them into a set of shapes that have 4 sides and a set of shapes that have more or less than 4 sides. Can you think of any other ways that you can sort your shapes into 2 sets? And don't forget, if you get in a muddle and something needs to go into both sets, Mabel, what can we create in the middle?
Overlap.
We can overlap the circles and create a 3rd set in the middle. Thank you very much for joining me and my assistant Mabel for maths today, and I shall look forward to seeing your photos of your sorting of shapes. Bye!
Bye.